Bandidos, what up? It's your boy Tux here, and today we're diving into the latest chaos shaking up the First Descendant. Ultimate Bunny, our favorite electric speed demon, is back on top and back to the problem. The recent speed buff patch didn't just tweak her, it turned her into a one bunny wrecking crew. She's clearing missions solo before her teammates can even load in, and the community is losing its mind, both good and bad. So what happened? How did the latest patch break Bunny all over again? Let's find out.
Wait, did we just become best friends? So nice to meet you. I think you're cool.
With the latest hotfix 1.222, first, they increased the general speed cap from 1300 to 1600. That's a 23% increase. Huge. Then, Bunny gets kicked up a few more notches. Speed of Light now adds plus 200 sprint speed, making her a blur on the battlefield. Let's look at why this matters. Bunny Kit was already strong, but with the speed buff, it's outright busted. Here's the rundown. So looking at her passive Rabbit Foot, specifically, moving charges her electricity meter at a rate of 0.2% of max electricity per meter. Speed of Light, this also builds electricity like Rabbit Foot, but it does more. 0.6% of max electricity per meter. Her ultimate, Electric Condense. This also builds electricity with the same rate as Rabbit Foot. Now, let's bring them all together. With the new patch, it's 23% faster, and full charge time is 19% quicker. So cool, right? Electricity uptime is better, but here's the kicker. This means more damage. Thrill Bomb, Lightning Emission, and Electric Condense damage all scale based on how much electricity is retained on Bunny's bar. More electricity equals more damage. But let's dive into the numbers, because this is where it gets wild. Jumping from 1300 speed to 1600 supercharges her Lightning Emission skill. Here's the breakdown. At her old speed of 1300, Bunny was dishing out around 2.78 emissions per second. Now, at 1600, she's cranking out 3.4. Each of those zaps hits for a massive 938,947 damage. FYI, I'm leaving out mutant cell buffs and DOT ticks from electricity status effects. So her actual DPS is greater in combat. Let's do the math. So her old DPS at 1300 speed was a little over 2.6 million damage per second. Her new DPS at 1600 is 3.2 million DPS. That's a 22.3% DPS increase, nearly a quarter more damage every second she's zooming around. In a game where speed and survival go hand in hand, that's huge. What does this mean in action? Well, Bunny was already a blur on the battlefield, but now she's an unstoppable force. Bunny's base kit is a masterclass in synergistic design, where each ability not only stands strong on its own, but also amplifies the effectiveness of the others. Her passive, which builds charge through movement, feeds directly into her skills, allowing her to enhance them for greater impact. This creates a feedback loop where moving faster, thanks to her speed boost, leads to more charge, which in turn leads to more powerful skills, enabling her to move even faster and deal more damage. More zaps, more damage, more mayhem. It's a feedback loop of destruction. And with her cooldowns, it's a cycle that, once started, is difficult to stop, making Bunny a force to be reckoned with, especially in mobbing scenarios. Some maps can't even spawn enemies fast enough to keep up, and she's breaking the FPS like Freyna did. For the meta, this cements Bunny as a top-tier pick. She's not just viable, she's flirting with overpowered territory. In case you're wondering, this is the build that I run for Bunny. This is the same build I've been running for Bunny since they updated Electric Condense. Nothing has really changed, so for most of the content, I really don't need much HP. So I haven't added that HP yet, but she will get stronger. I am running 4 pieces of Slayer, I always have. I don't see a reason to change. I got skill cooldown and singular skill power. I'm running the Peacemaker. You don't need to have 3 speed increases here. Running grappling hook charge time is a nice quality of life. And I gotta tell you, it's super strong. In solo play, she's shredding enemies faster than ever. A one bunny wrecking crew indeed. In co-op, she's stealing the show again, clearing mobs before her teammates can even enter the room. The community's buzzing about Bunny too. Some players are hyped, saying Bunny's back, baby, while others are grumbling about how she's turning team missions into a solo highlight reel. Picture this Discord rant. I didn't sign up to watch Bunny zap everything while I sip coffee in the back. I get it. The community's split down the middle. On Reddit and Discord, you'll see stuff like, why play anyone else when Bunny's this fast? Bunny mains are loving the power trip, and I gotta say, she's super fun to play. That speed boost, really on all characters, makes the game feel more engaging, which surprises me on a game that's already fast-paced. This isn't Bunny's first rodeo. Let's rewind. In beta, her AoE and dash loops dominated testing. I heard about Bunny before I even launched the game, and devs said they were monitoring. Dropped in early Season 2, this wasn't a Bunny-specific update, at least not on paper. The devs overhauled the movement system for all Descendants, but Bunny came out the real winner. In patch 1.5, players found infinite cooldown builds, warping the meta. Then another hotfix came in with hard nerfs that hit especially Inez, which sparked a revolt, but ended up allowing Bunny to shine again. Now, at the tail end of Season 2, a global speed buff brings her back to S tier. So what do you do about her? You can go solo dolo, don't group up. You could be objective focused. Basically, if you're in a dungeon with Bunny, enter the checkpoint and head straight to the next door. In the end, her kit thrives on speed. The patch handed her a multiplier, but started as a movement tweak, turned Ultimate Bunny into an ultimate problem. The devs haven't said a word. They're super focused on Season 3, so for now, Bunny's here to stay. Fast, furious, and totally broken. Before we wrap up though, let's talk about the bigger picture. I get it. There's a real concern that older content might get left behind in the dust with all these updates. Bunny's new speed and DPS buffs are game changers, but they could make some of the classic missions feel unbalanced or even trivial. It's a fair worry, especially for players who love revisiting those areas. When Season 3 drops on August 7th, the devs are rolling out the Axion Field and new dungeons. And from what we've seen, these additions are designed to bring everything back into balance. But I don't really think they have legacy content in mind right now. As far as we know, they're not currently working on weaving in mechanics that could refresh older areas and keep them challenging, especially with Bunny's new power level. Will Season 3 be perfect? Maybe not right away. No update is. But the team's aware of the potential issues around the game not feeling cohesive. But to ensure in the game's success, the devs are all in on only looking forward for now. And I get it, timelines. Look, I'm optimistic that by the time the dust settles, older content will get upgraded and Bunny's buffs won't break the entire experience. We'll just have to wait and see how it all plays out. So what do you think? Is Bunny ruining the game, or is this just a fun meta shakeup? And let me know if you're Team Bunny or Team Damn It, Not Again. Check you on the next one. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm Tuxedo Bandido, and if you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on the good stuff I have coming for you. And if you like content like this, be sure to check out the video I have recommended for you right here. If you have anything you would like me to cover, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And thank you to all the channel members and donors who make things possible. Tux Nation wouldn't be the same without you.
When you buy or download anything for the First Descendant, be sure to use Tux's creator code to support the channel. Easy peasy.
Wait, did we just become best friends?